Good morning, everyone. We are here on May 31st, the very last day of May before we head into June, and that means that summer is just 3 weeks down the path. I hope that you've been enjoying our series on the Holy Spirit over these last 6 weeks or so. I know that I've heard a lot of comments from people saying that in their whole lifetime they've heard snippets of the Holy Spirit as far as in the message being one of the Trinity, but never have they had an in-depth look at the person of the Holy Spirit and the work of the Holy Spirit. So I hope that you are enjoying that as well. This morning I'd like to encourage you with the verses from 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 10b to 12. And this is what Paul says to the church of Corinth. He says, "The Spirit searches out all things, even the deep secrets of God. Who knows the thoughts that another person has? Only a person's spirit that lives within them knows his thoughts." It's the same with God. No one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. Now we did not receive a spirit of the world. We received the Spirit that is from God, so that we can know all that God has given us. I think that's another thing that we can be incredibly grateful for, the Spirit that God has given us. It's not a Spirit that puts us in tune with the things that are happening in the world, because that's not what is of utmost importance for us. But we have been given this a Spirit of God that is from God and knows the heart of God, so that we might interpret those things we see around us and see them with godly eyes, and that we'll be able to see, even amidst sometimes the turmoil we see around us, we can see the purposes of God and what He has for us, not only in the future, in our heavenly existence with Him, but I think even more pronounced and more important, how He desires to work in us and lead us today in each and every situation we come across. So I hope that you will first of all give thanks to God for the fact that He has given us His Spirit, that we might know what is on His heart and on His mind, but also that He's given us a Spirit so that we can also know all the things that He is preparing for us to do. From the simple little nudges that we sometimes get to say, why don't you go speak to that person and encourage them, to perhaps even the more directive things in saying, you need to stop what you're doing here and turn and go and do this. Many of us over our lifetime have had situations like that where we might not have even described it as being a Holy Spirit moment, but in reflecting back on it, you realize that God put a stop to what we were doing and moved us in another direction so that He could accomplish what He needed to through your life. I know there's numerous times in my life where I can point to God doing those exact things, and I know He has done similar things in many of your lives as well. So be encouraged by that and give thanks to God. Praying for you today. Have a wonderful day.